lie. Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need a Sprite here just to catch my
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Detroit Lions taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. We see Matthew Stafford, the one-time Georgia Bulldog, set to pilot the offense of the Detroit Lions.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception?
On first down, it's Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
First and 10 at the...
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Stafford gets it quickly to Galladay.
Stafford's pass.
For Galladay, you take a look at the numbers from last week. 5 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49.
Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Stafford's pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. On 1st and 10, Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Jones, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down
from the gun. Here's Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost, and I just got to eliminate those interceptions.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Uzama. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Complete to C.J.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Complete to Jones.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 48.
Now Joe Mixon. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 41. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 33-yard line. The pass on 2nd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Mixon again, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a pick.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. For the end zone, but it's incomplete. To Marcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And now it's 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
7. Bengals 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
3-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 20.
The shotgun snap for Stanford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
There's so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
To 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Stafford got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Lee on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd down, Swift.
1-yard line.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ball carrier.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. He wants the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. The Bengals grab it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and...
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Cincinnati.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st down, Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
2nd and 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they run with Mixon. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
A gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. To throw now on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford able to get this to Gordon. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw. Stafford. But the man is Galladay complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another first down. Again, it's Stafford.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
A 34-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, what do you think? Maybe a little disappointment there. They had a pretty nice drive going at the end of the half, and they have to settle for 3.
Now, definitely a little bit of disappointment there, because when you kick a short field goal, you shake your head a little bit like, could we have done a little bit more? Could we have gotten one more shot to try and get 6? But with what little time was left on the clock, I think it was a smart play.
And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start over in Tampa, an NFC South matchup between Atlanta and Tampa Bay. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front in the second quarter. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Nelson Aguilar, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. The Chiefs locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
At the 30-yard line.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jamie Collins. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9 yards. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
Complete to C.J. Uzama. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw to Mixon on the check down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Matt Weil now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Shoves him aside. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
It's a gain of 5.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
At the 22.
Down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, Stafford here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
Throwing again. Stafford. And he tipped it, intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
First and 10.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
Carrier taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2.
Here's second and 8. Robinson's got it. That catch good for 5. It's third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on first down. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second and 8. Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Lions' 18-yard line.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. And it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
From the gun, here's Stafford. It is incomplete.
Stafford's pass.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At their 48-yard line.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield strike. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. After the interception, here's Stafford. Gets it to Gordon.
Stafford's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
6-yard line.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
He was brought
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
on the pickup. It's
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
That's good for a Lion.
Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
On first down at Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
17-yard.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he will be brought down with a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Another Detroit Lions.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
They'll run with Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They will run it with Swift here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
22-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
13. Bengals 10.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So now the Bengals down by a field goal, 1:24 to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
The 2nd down.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Detroit, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2 and 4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.